start live whenever you're ready.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Heysal podcast. I am Sal, your host, and yes, this is our first live episode. So if you're watching right now, of course, it begs the question, shouldn't you be working right now? Okay, just kidding. I'm very excited, very excited actually about this episode, and I'm sure we'll make a gazillion rookie mistakes, but that's okay. Like myself, being an Italian raised in Germany, doing an English language podcast in Rome, this podcast will eventually find its identity and place in the universe through conversations with our guests, experimentation, and the occasional mess up. That's life. Speaking about life, we have intern Peter in the house. Peter, how's it going?
How's it going, guys? I'm particularly excited for this podcast. You know, it's the first live show. We've got episode 23. I think we've got some good guests on tap for today. So, yeah.
So, Peter, how was your weekend?
It was good. So this past weekend, I traveled to London and with a couple of friends from our program, and I think it was a great time because London's really a melting pot of a lot of different cultures, I'd say. And there's just, I mean, as a college kid, you really can't go wrong. There's a lot of history. There's a lot of bars to hop around down in Soho. I mean, we just had an absolute blast there.
Was it wet this weekend?
Yeah, it was a little particularly rainy, especially on Saturday, but, you know, it's the rainy season in Rome.
Because we have some crazy weather here. Like, if you saw Venice is down under, it's underwater.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Like, really underwater.
It's the worst flooding that Venice has had in the past 50 years, and they have actually declared a state of emergency in Venice.
Well, speaking of state of emergency, we have your flatmates here with us today. How's it going, Jack and Liam?
Doing pretty good.
Dun, dun, dun. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good so far. We got so many questions from the audience for you already.
Oh yeah.
By the way, since this is live, you can send us your question to on Instagram to heysalpod at heysalpod. How you spell that? Heysalpod. Well, all our English speakers anyway know how that goes. And you can just send us your questions, and we select a few of them, and we'll ask these gentlemen, including Peter, whatever you want to know.
Yeah, Peter's not safe.
This is, we were talking before the podcast started. I think I'm in particular danger today, so
I think so too.
We'll see what happens.
By the way, Peter, I think we should have set up a system where we can actually check if this live broadcast is actually live right now.
That's actually a good idea. I can hop on and make sure that we're actually
maybe on the other computer, go on YouTube and check it out.
Okay.
And I think on YouTube there should be a live chat where you can also ask questions and give us feedback. So probably the audio is out of sync today, and probably a lamp's gonna fall down during the broadcast. Like everything, I hope not, but probably everything that can happen is gonna happen today.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's the first podcast, you know.
Yeah.
So let's see, Jack, where are you from?
From New York.
New York. So are you all guys from the same area, or did you just meet here in Rome?
No, we knew each other from college. And
okay.
We lived on the same floor last year, and then we're rooming here.
Okay.
This year, so.
Yep.
Cool. So how you like it so far?
Love it. Ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it here. Yeah. Really cool place.
So what brought you to what convinced you, or what made you decide to come to Italy out of all the places you could have chosen, and especially being from New York? I mean, you know.
Yeah, I like a big city, so it was nice to go to Rome. It's like similar to what I know already, so
yeah.
That was definitely nice. And then it's also like one of our better programs from our school, so it was like an easy choice basically to come to Italy and Rome.
All right, that's cool. So where do you kids hang out these days? What's a cool place to hang out in Rome?
Don't hold back, gentlemen, too.
Honestly, this area, Trastevere, honestly. I think we kind of bounce around here at night. That's usually everyone kind of congregates at one place in the neighborhood where we live, and then we'll walk over here, jump bike, walk.
Yeah, the
taxi.
jump bikes.
Yeah.
Did you try the jump bikes?
Oh, yeah.
They're fantastic.
I love them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the greatest
Let me turn down my volume a bit here. First technical issues. There we go. All right, much better. So yeah, you tried the jump bikes.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Because usually we tried many times in Rome to set up a bike sharing system, and every time we did, people for some reason threw the bikes into the Tiber, or just kind of hacked the GPS and kind of used them as their own personal bike, and
Smart.
Or
all right.
Yeah.
But why does that feel like the most normal thing that would happen in Rome?
Yeah, it's very normal here. Like the last company, O Bike, I think was the name.
Yeah.
Like they went bankrupt right away.
Oh my God! Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But Uber, they seem to have a very good system set up. It's very easy, right? So you could just go there, you download the Uber app.
You just
scan the bike, and that's it.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
And it's basically the same app like the normal Uber app for cars.
You can call like a car and a bike
exactly.
the same way.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very convenient.
Yeah.
Very smart. Maybe they're gonna make money eventually. I think they're also losing a lot of money, Uber, at the moment, right?
Well, probably.
Did they ever make money anyway?
The first couple of days they IPO'd. I think they made money, but then other than that, I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Yeah, you're very well informed. Did you buy shares?
Oh yeah, seriously. If I had money, I'd buy shares. But,
How old are you guys anyway?
20.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. That's cool. So, Peter.
Yes.
Maybe we should already throw in a question just to warm up.
Sure.
Maybe let's...
Well, I think a good way to dive in, well, what are you guys up to this weekend? Where are you traveling to as study abroad kids? You know, you probably got some good plans coming up.
I'm going to Barcelona
okay.
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, 10:40 flight, yep.
But Peter, you've been there before, right?
I have. I was there
just 2 weeks ago.
2 weekends ago,
oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I think Jack will particularly like the dancing scene that goes on in Barcelona.
Yeah, I could probably get down.
Jack's a bit of a dancer.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
You're a dancer?
Yeah.
Oh,
really
all the time.
I can see that, yeah.
You can do
Yeah,
like
thank you.
ballet and stuff. He's really talented.
Yeah, it's a lot of bumping and grinding, you know. Just.
I'm sure it's a lot of more grinding than bumping, probably. Huh?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's Jack's deal. Yeah.
I hope your mom's not watching.
I hope she is. I want her to see that.
So what do you think about your study course so far? In case your professors are watching too, you know? It's all great.
It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
It's fantastic.
I mean, if they're watching, it's been great. But you know,
phenomenal.
let's assume they're not watching. What do you?
Oh, then it's bizarre.
Yeah,
honestly. I think that's
it's a
the only
weird
way to
time.
describe it. It's definitely a weird time. We have some really good professors. We have some really interesting professors.
Okay.
and then some of them are just not good at all. We have a couple problems with
Really?
Some problems,
couple ladies here and there.
Are they all native speakers? Is it all in English? Is it in different languages? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So for like business classes, for the most part, it's going to be native speakers.
All right.
And then for obviously Italian.
Yeah, Italian's top end Italian.
Yeah, that makes
Who would've
sense.
thought?
I feel like. But
It's taught in Italian.
Yeah.
Do you speak Italian?
trying to.
Un po'.
Okay.
I got that.
That's gotta be interesting.
Nice.
Are the guys taping the classes and uploading them or something like they do at some universities, or is it?
No,
It's like pretty strict attendance based, honestly, which
Really?
I did not think was going to happen coming here. But
So you really have to show up.
you really got to show
Yeah.
up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you learn that on the first Wednesday. You miss theology. That was a tough time.
Theology.
Yeah, it was
like
the
our
first class.
and
So what are they teaching in theology these days?
Like Jesus stuff, just like
Jesus stuff,
general,
okay.
like-
Yeah, Jesus preaching.
yeah, just like general Jesusness, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Jesusness. That's a thing I haven't heard before.
yeah,
That's
you
a
know.
new one, I think. I don't think I've heard that one either. So, yeah.
I think our theology class has been a cool opportunity though to like go around Rome and see some like really cool interesting things like in person. With the way they teach it to us, we do get to go in like the big basilicas and the cathedrals and everything and see like the biggest sites, which has
the
been
class
really
is
cool,
all
I think.
on site.
Yeah.
It's every class. Essentially, the classroom for the day is a different place. Every
Oh, that's great though, huh?
Yeah, it's
Must
really
be.
Yeah,
interesting.
it's
Yeah,
definitely been the most interesting class.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
I wish I had that when I was younger.
yeah.
It's cool. It's really cool. Yeah.
Well, amazing. Well, before we go to a few questions, I'd like to remind everybody that you can join us at the heysal Pod on Instagram. Click subscribe to support our YouTube page, ladies and gentlemen. And also, we're giving away 2 tickets, whether you love or hate him, for Louis C.K., who's coming to Rome in about 2 weeks, I guess. So just go to our Instagram page where you can find out what you have to do. You just have to subscribe to a few things and share a few things, and you can win 2 tickets, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Peter.
Yes.
Maybe you should read a question.
Maybe we should get going with these rapid
Yeah.
fire
Let's
questions.
see. Maybe see who wrote the question and what's their screen name, and then maybe
Okay.
choose
Well,
something spicy, something that's gonna put them to the test.
Yeah, you know,
So,
throw that out.
This question might have a little particular interest with Liam. It comes in from Bit Perkowski
Yep.
on Instagram, and she asks, "Who are the 3 most influential leaders in world history?" Wants to know your opinion.
Nice one, Bit.
Yeah, thanks, Bit.
You want to start, Jack?
Yeah,
Want to switch off?
yeah. So number 1 is my boy Jesus. He's
JC.
He's number one. You want number two?
Yeah, we'll just do one list. Why don't we just do one list? So
give me your mouth.
What you gonna say after Jesus? That's like a dick move, you know?
Let's
my guy's God. So what?
I don't really know how. I can't top that. He was also my number one.
No,
I'm gonna go with Gandhi.
I don't agree with.
Let's see who you say for two.
Muhammad.
Yeah,
you know, he was pretty brazen.
I hate talking about it this way because, like, you say Muhammad, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But
I don't mess about with that.
And then,
I like, what's his face?
What's his face?
George Washington.
Yeah,
it's pretty big time.
Columbus.
What's his face?
He's
okay.
Yeah.
Now let's try this again and pretend nobody's watching right now.
I don't know. I don't.
I mean, it's not really a question that comes up when you go out with friends, right? I don't think anybody ever asks, like, hey, how's that drink? What's your three most influential?
Because this actually happened to us last night.
Did it?
We were out with friends. We had
okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, I probably should have eased you guys into it a little bit, but I wanted to test you.
No. We're going to brutally just jump into the cold water.
It's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Another one.
Okay. Coming from the same person asking the question, if you could, would you rather time travel into the past or into the future?
Oh, I'm a past guy.
Me too. I feel
Wayne's
like
World? Come on.
Yeah, that and also like Back to the Future, that was set in the past. Like that's kind of cool.
I feel like you can also wait. Can you like affect the past? PJ, decide that.
Absolutely.
Okay, then yeah.
Whatever you do,
no doubt.
Whatever you do in the
things.
past will
What's the biggest
alter
thing you
your
change?
present.
I don't know. Probably like.
Okay, it's a classic one that everybody has to ask at some point. If you could travel back in time and you would see baby Hitler, would you kill baby Hitler?
Oh, I would brutally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The first thing. It would take 3 seconds. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that guy, he needs to go.
Yeah.
He was a bad guy.
But what if you taught him properly how to become a painter, because that's the thing that fucked him up, right?
Yeah.
What if you influenced him because you were killing a child, you know?
Yeah, but like
that's why I didn't say Da Vinci in my top.
we're back to that.
Yeah, I'm just realizing I didn't say that.
Yeah.
But if Hitler had gone as a painter, like the straight path for him,
Right. Let's see, he's a child still. He still has everything ahead of him, you know?
I'd do it out of spite.
I think I'd do it out of spite still. I think
because you already know what he was gonna do. Okay.
Yeah, it's like he's got bad intentions.
that
dude's got to go.
Brutal. Yeah.
All right.
So I definitely would.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Peter?
I think I'd definitely travel into the past. A, scared of the future, don't even want to see it. And B, if you had the opportunity to change something in the past, I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. Especially if it was something as big as Hitler and you would want to make that change.
All right.
Yeah, the future's scary. What if it...
Yeah, what if we're like...
But what if killing him makes everything worse? You don't know that. What if Stalin takes over and actually everybody becomes a communist country?
Yeah, but...
I think I'd take my chance.
Yeah, I'm taking my chances.
I'd take my chance because the
You know, I think
these young kids.
I'd rather get rid of the problem, you know, and see if there is another problem that happens afterwards. But like, we'll deal with that afterwards. Yeah. I would just kill baby Hitler.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll kill him.
All right. Interesting.
I really didn't think that this is where we would be headed at the beginning of this podcast.
No, neither did I. I had completely different plans.
Talking about baby Hitler.
All right. Anyway, so how do you guys get around? So you said you're using the Uber jump bikes a lot here in Rome.
And then also I use like the bus a lot to get to my internship. So
okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of the public transport system here in Rome as compared to New York?
It's a little spotty here. It's a lot of the time it's just like very late, or you'll have like 2 buses right next to each other that are the same bus.
Right.
And it's like there's not going to be another bus for 40 minutes now.
Right.
So that's definitely not good.
Are you using any apps? Because there's a lot of cool apps that you can use, and if you use them in the right combination, actually they make sense. Because I mean, there's one big problem here in Rome. Well, there's many big problems, but let's say one big problem with the public transport is that the GPS in most public transport vehicles is not working. So it makes it very hard to predict if actually a bus is coming or when the next one is coming. But what I find is a mix between Google Maps or Apple Maps and like there's apps like I think Roma Bus. I'm not sure if you're using that.
I use Move It.
I've used that.
If you use that, okay.
Move It has been
Move It is also
probably the biggest lifesaver while being here in Rome to help navigate the bus system.
Yeah,
That's a good app.
Also, there's a cool one I haven't tried much. It's called City Mapper. I've seen it just once, and it kind of combines everything in one app. So it's basically Google Maps and it's Uber and it's everything in one app.
City
that's
Mapper
pretty
was
cool.
really good for using in London too. Bigger
Good to know.
cities.
Yeah, and I take the metro to my internship.
Okay.
Which I haven't really had any problems with the metro. It's pretty good. I mean, one time the train just started going backwards.
Backwards. Accelerating?
Yeah, unfortunately. So everyone was. Where I go for work is the last stop on the blue line, Revivia.
So the last stop is normal, then it goes back though, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
you're going, but what happened was we had gone backwards, starting going backwards towards like Ottaviano and like changing onto the 8 line, but then it went backwards again. So it was changing direction twice, and then they just stopped it at the next stop. So I had to walk to Termini, which took so long.
From Ottaviano.
No. From it was another blue line stop. It was like 2 or 3 up
Okay.
from Termini. But that was the only issue I've had on the metro so far. Because I mean, you can tell when it's coming. It just says like.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's reliable.
I mean, everybody's complaining about the metro in Rome, but to be honest, if you ever saw the videos or if you've ever been to Tokyo and you see how they shove people in there, even in London though, the tube is very small.
Yeah.
I find it's not that comfortable as the metro here, in my opinion. What'd you say, Peter?
I was just reading up because you guys.
He's doing something completely different. He went on a different YouTube channel right now and checked out something with action and explosions and
Yeah, because I mean we're talking about all about the bus systems, and I can't help but ignore the fact that we're now at 10 buses in Rome that have started on fire, and I just
only so far this year. It's a low.
Recently, just 10. There was one. I think it was the number 23 or no, it's the number 63 that it said it just stopped near Trevi Fountain and it just started on fire. And I haven't even seen this story until this week, and the fact that we've been taking this public transport throughout the whole semester is just.
I mean, there's a hashtag for that. This is Flame Bus. So if you go on Instagram or Twitter, you find a lot of material.
Bus.
Yeah, Flame Bus.
It sounds like a party bus.
Yeah,
it's the flame bus. It's just
it is a bit. Yeah.
Getting on the flame bus.
I think nobody got killed so far, so that's good.
No one's been hurt.
Yeah,
but
Look, the thing is, usually it's the old buses, okay? So what you do is, because usually the fires always start in the back, where the engine is. So a good idea is always to stand in the front or in the center of any bus.
It's good to know.
yeah,
You're a bus guy.
I like the back a lot though. It's kind of warm
Are
there.
you gonna risk your life to sit in the back?
Well, now you know why.
Yeah, now I know that it's cold.
Yeah,
it's like
that's-
empty because I'm gonna blow
there's
up.
a flame in the back. Yeah.
But Peter, when was the last bus flaming up? Because I think it happens usually during the summertime, when it's quite hot.
the latest blaze was this past Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow!
according-
So
Okay.
I take it back.
yeah, we're really playing with fire.
Yeah, we're screwed, man.
Actually, that might be totally wrong though, so don't quote me.
All right.
I've quoted you, and
yeah.
now if I found out that it's wrong, it's all
It's
on you.
definitely wrong. But Jack, I think you have a funny bus story. I think that would be kind of funny to hear about your commute when you were something to do with a Fanta.
Oh, yeah. So I was on the bus one day eating a couple slices of pizza, and I had like an open can in my hand, and some lady just shoved me. And like I was like not in a great mood to begin with, and then my Fanta fell on the ground and it spilt everywhere. And I picked it up, and the lady looked at me and she just goes, "Scusa," and I was like, "What did I do to you?"
Well, this happens actually all the time. PJ, you definitely know this. Is Jack really likes to drop things when we're in supermarkets.
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
Last
He's
time we
brutal.
were in the supermarket together, he gets like ginger ale before he goes out to like mix drinks or whatever, and he just dropped and just shattered.
It was like 3 to 4 glasses of
So
ginger.
Jack like, picks it up. Oh, it's fine. Like the woman comes over, cleans it. We apologize to her. Go to check out. Jack goes into the liquor cabinet to get his alcohol. Drops the sign on the door, and the woman just comes over and just waving her hand stops him. She's like, no. She makes me carry his stuff out because she doesn't want him touching any of it. The kid's
Yeah,
the best.
I'm-
The kid's an absolute best.
It's all the time.
Maybe it's his dating strategy.
Yeah,
Maybe he was really into the woman, you know?
Honestly, I didn't think about that. Maybe he was hitting on her though. I don't know.
Yeah, that's usually my pickup line. I'm like, I'm picking up this, and now I'm picking
I
up
dropped
you.
something.
Yeah. Now I'm making your job.
Just happened to drop everything again.
Yeah, speaking of dating, so what's the dating scene like for 20-year-olds in Rome at the moment? I mean, I've been long out of the game, so I can't really tell. But
I have a girlfriend.
I have a girlfriend too. I think PJ is the guy to ask though because he's been doing a serious amount of mingling. I'll say it.
Yeah,
okay.
He's a little social butterfly.
He's the mingle master.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
I mean,
Peter, I did not notice about you.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think he goes on a date like every night.
Really?
Yeah, he's kind of a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Who? So are you using apps for that, or are you any specialized apps?
I mean, I personally like to stay natural when it comes to it.
All natural.
There's just so many beautiful areas to walk around in Rome. Usually, you could just, go to a nice piazza, go out for drinks, maybe a glass of wine or two.
That was classy.
Nice, PJ.
I like to keep it classy, but at the same time, like to keep it a little bit daring.
Get some of that bumping and grinding.
Well, that's when we get to Scholars, Jack.
Yeah.
When you hop on the karaoke at Scholars, and then it's all over.
Yeah, that's smart.
So Peter, then when you go out, so do you have like a program, like some kind of I wouldn't say routine because that sounds horrible, but do you have like a ritual when you go out? That you bring him to certain places that you like to go to, or is it just something that you improvise every time?
I'm gonna fact check his answer though.
Yes, please. We keep in touch.
Yeah.
Oh God. I don't know. You like to mix things up a little bit. I don't say I'd like to tie myself down to doing one thing or the other. It's just kind of whatever the feel is of where we want to go.
It's such a generic answer because we're putting him on the spot.
What's a favorite restaurant?
Okay.
Oh, okay. I can absolutely give you a favorite restaurant. It's definitely Osteria or Batelli. It's kind of right across the river after you leave like CEA, which is the program that we're at.
All right.
It's probably the best place. They give you free drinks, awesome carbonara, basically everything you want. I really don't think you could go wrong taking a lady friend there or a man friend.
Yeah, whatever way you swing.
Okay.
Whatever you like.
Whoever you play for.
Am I out of the hair now, guys?
You'll come back.
I'll think of something more mean in
That
the
was
meantime.
fair enough.
So do you guys also do go to stand-up events? Do you like stand-up comedy?
I did.
Are you into that?
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Rome's Comedy Club here in Rome?
No,
No?
PJ's talked about it a couple of times. You haven't been yet. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a nice event called Rome's Comedy Club. I think it's once a month now. Actually, it was the organizer was on my show.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and you should check it out. It's pretty cool. It's very good acts there, all in English, of course.
Oh okay, yeah, that'll be helpful.
That would help.
No, I mean it's an international event. So
Oh okay.
it's an also, sorry, excuse me, an international crowd. So a lot of Americans, a lot of English, Canadians, Australians, expats, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's
So
time.
check it out.
I think it'd be a good time for a new rapid fire question. What do you think?
All right, from somebody else maybe. Also, by the way, can you check if our YouTube channel, if the live stream is up, and if somebody wrote something there
Yeah, cool. I'll check right now.
on the tablet or something?
Let's see.
There you can tell that we didn't really prepare for this at all.
It's just
We just put some cameras there, some lights, pressed some button, and that's it,
Yeah, I'm not seeing any comments on the live stream yet.
All right, but there's but it's on.
Get rocking.
Oh yeah, it's on. We are
Awesome.
rocking. We have
Very nice.
viewers. We do
Wow.
have viewers.
Oh God.
Oh great.
Hey mom. Hey dad.
Yeah. Hey everybody back at school.
And the girlfriends checking also like.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not trying to incriminate ourselves out here.
Why? Is there something we should know?
No,
My
I'm pretty
girlfriend
sure.
already asked 2 of the questions, so.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she was part of this. Yeah.
If we're gonna keep down that road, why don't we check into Anne with some questions?
All right.
Oh,
Jack's
boy.
girlfriend. Anne. I just said Jan. Anne wonders if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Who is this question?
This is from Anne Bamrick 82 on Instagram. This is Jack's girlfriend.
Nice one, Annie.
Okay.
Yeah. What would my superpower be? I don't know. I want something that would make things like convenient, like speed. Just being able to run really fast.
I'm
Like
a teleporting guy. I want to teleport.
I'd hop on that.
First I thought he was talking about the drug. I want speed. I was like, what?
no. Yeah. Not at the moment. Not now.
What do you mean not
I
at the
don't know.
moment?
My mind's wandering today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, teleporting would be cool because then you don't really have to move. You could just kind of get where you want.
Anything. You don't have to run. You don't.
Yeah.
Have to, you don't have
No, speed would get annoying because then you're running really long distances. Yeah.
You gotta be in running shoes all the time. You gotta think about that.
I like my running.
What are you gonna wear?
My New Balances.
You gonna wear a tracksuit at all times?
I mean, I could get behind that, but like,
would suit your dancing skills perfectly. Tracksuit.
Maybe super dancing. Damn, that would be nice.
You already have that.
Dance out.
Jack. You already have that.
Yeah, or like strength, just being able to like pick things up pretty easily. Not like too like powerful though, just like.
Well, maybe it would be good to already not to drop things, like the ability to keep things in your hands.
Just like
that would be a very good power, as I understand,
just like
for you.
Grip strength, just like superhuman grip strength, like you.
Really good grip.
Oh, if I never dropped a ginger ale again, that would be perfect.
You'd lose all your pickup lines.
Yeah. Oh, that's my problem.
Yeah, that's the issue.
All right.
Good.
That one was pretty easy. That was up for.
Yeah.
What about you, Liam?
I'd go teleporting. Absolutely.
Teleporting.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. Or a great singing voice, maybe. Oh, I take that back. I'd scrap teleporting. Phenomenal voice.
I like
voice
that.
of an angel. You know, you can do so much with that.
You guys sell yourself so short. Like, Jack is an amazing dancer already. Like, you have an amazing voice.
Thank
So
you,
you don't even
I
have to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna waste my talent on. Yeah, I'll take flight. That's it.
If I was gonna do one, I would say I would want to fly too. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Good. We can fly
flying
together.
Cool. Flying, singing, kind of on the same plane.
Same
I don't really
thing.
know. Yeah.
What about you, Sal?
Me? I'd like to become invisible sometimes. But not in a depressive way.
I was just gonna say that's the only issue with being invisible. It's like, oh, that's kind of a creepy superpower.
Yeah,
at the same
no.
time as it being really cool. But if you use it in the right way, then
Right.
that's cool.
Yeah, you could like get into meetings and stuff. I don't know, just like secret
Yeah, that's
meetings.
totally the first thing I would do if I would be invisible. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find a meeting and I walk right in and just sit down and watch a PowerPoint presentation for 5 hours.
I'm talking about like a like a
Get
Pope
into, like,
thing,
A meeting.
like go see the
I
Pope.
can't believe that was the first thing that your brain went to. It was like, oh, I wouldn't be in that.
That'd be great to see what the Pope's really like. He's like rapping
Yeah,
or something when he's by himself,
Yeah, see what he
I
actually
want to know
does.
what's going on there because
There's a lot in his brain.
mirrors.
Yeah.
If you had 3 questions that you could ask the Pope, what would you ask him?
Oh, this is like,
Yeah,
you've
this is-
already
this
laid
is-
this one out.
This is a pretty big debate, I'd say.
All right.
Yeah.
Who asked this question?
I think this was asked. I think this was the other question asked by Anne.
Anne, okay.
So I've thought about this a lot actually.
You did?
Yeah, it's who do you like more, NSYNC or the Backstreet Boys? The boy band from the
No, I
90s.
heard of him. I'm not... Okay.
And then who's your favorite member of either group? Like if you choose your favorite.
Wait,
like,
between NSYNC and...
the Backstreet Boys.
the Backstreet Boys, okay.
Yeah, and then who's your favorite Jonas brother? I just
All
want to
right.
see if he's staying up to date or if he's just in the '90s pop culture.
All right.
love that
I think
answer.
my biggest question, it wouldn't even be really a Pope question. If I had the opportunity to dress the Pope and the Swiss Guard, that's when I would get in. Because, like, I just want to have the Swiss Guard all in one room, and I just want to be like, what's your deal? Because I don't get their deal. Like, you carry a sword around the Vatican. What are you going to do? What are you gonna do with your sword?
then they got those
Half of them are,
stupid
like, half of them
costumes.
I think they're also
6'10".
they're also wearing a machine gun actually there under the rope or a
They
gun.
do?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Don't
That's a very
underestimate this
sneaky
Swiss
machine
Guard.
gun. Then.
No, because as I understand, they're actually armed to the teeth. The guys, like they're military. They're not just they're not just there to look funny.
Alright.
So that's why they wear all that flowy
Okay,
stuff.
'cause
They
I was-
actually got like gats underneath
Honestly,
them.
I'm not sure. I would have to Google that, but
I was under the impression that they were kind of just like, they wear your, like, suit, and then you have a sword, and it's like...
Yeah.
no.
Alright, well, that's
Don't try it.
true. Oh, I'm not, yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Don't
not-
try them, man.
All right. Well, now that I know that they're like strapped up,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna test one of them. But
I mean, I could
I'd
be
like
wrong,
to.
but I'm 80%. I'm 80% convinced that I read somewhere that they are actually highly skilled, like any martial arts, combating, hand combat,
Wow.
arms,
We should sign up.
knives.
yeah, I think I could get in on that.
Try out with them.
The problem is that you have to be Swiss
True.
for starters.
True.
All right. So that's
Check that off. I'm not.
not
Okay.
that.
You have to
So-
be a virgin. Okay, I hear a silent
Mom.
I have a little bit of a fact check on the Swiss Guards. So
Yeah.
the Swiss Guards are equipped with traditional weapons. This is from Wikipedia, the
All right.
obvious, most credible source out of everything.
Absolutely.
Such as
next
the
to RT
halberd,
Russians.
as well as they have modern firearms, and this is because of
All
the since the failed assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981, they put a much stronger emphasis on how they actually needed to be armed in case of, something were to actually happen.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
And now I know that I'm not going to form tackle a Swiss guy.
Yeah.
Now you know not actually mess with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a bad idea to begin with.
Yeah. I mean, all my plans are soiled now.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, have you ever seen the videos in England with the guys messing with the guard there? What do you call them? The funny hat.
Is it like It's like Westminster or something. No, it's not. No, that's the dog show. Westminster
try to get the mic a little
really
bit.
close,
Try to get the mic a little bit closer to your.
Sure.
Mouth.
They're called the Queen's Guard.
Queen's Guard, right? And people trying to mess with them, because they look funny and they can't move.
Yeah.
And they're getting close and doing funny things. And did you see the videos when they take him down and literally point a gun at them?
I've not, but that sounds awesome.
That's hilarious. I mean,
Yes, that
it's
is
fucking
totally
serious
something
shit.
that
Like,
would
they are
happen to you.
military, they're not there just for decoration. But people think since they have the fluffy hats, they look funny. They're cute,
But
they're strapped there and they are not holding back.
That was kind of a good heads up.
damn.
Watch the videos and think
I'll have
again.
to look into that. Yeah, seriously. I have a lot to rethink now, I guess.
Yeah, my entire broad experience has
But
changed.
if you're invisible, it doesn't matter.
Could poke
You can
them.
go right into the meeting.
Yeah, you go into the
you go
meeting
right
with
in-
all
into
of
the
them.
meeting. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
The meeting of the Swiss
Liam,
Guard. and the
what do you got on
Queen's Guard.
tap for London this weekend?
Ooh, what do I got on tap? So, I'm going there after this. Got like a 6:35 flight, and then I'll get there at like 8:30. Meet up with my buddies, and tomorrow night we're in a darts tournament. Yep,
That's awesome.
2v2 darts tournament.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try and get it going a little bit, and then Saturday night we're doing a pub crawl, which will be fun. Yeah.
Is the pub crawl in like Soho?
Yes,
or is
that
it,
area. Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
it's like
awesome.
Did you try that, Peter?
I didn't do the. Well, I did. I did my own makeshift Peter pub crawl.
All right. So, and how are the flights compared to the US here? They're quite cheap, right? The inland,
Yeah, it depends
Yeah.
where you're going.
within Europe.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, if you're going to like, it's how soon you book them.
Right.
B, it's where you're going. I mean, if you're going to a place that like London, to fly into Heathrow is super expensive, but if you fly into like Gatwick or their other airports, it's way cheaper. It's just a little further outside. So you kind of have to play the game of where you're going within this.
Right, but you search manually or just because I always go to Skyscanner or some bigger platform and just search there and they give me all the options.
Yeah, I mean, we use like Omeo, which is probably one of the biggest. Like for
Oh, you're right. They're
trains and
now
stuff,
pretty
too.
big, right?
Very,
Yeah.
very easy to use.
That's true. Yeah, that's great.
Google Flights is really helpful too, just to kind of give you all the options.
Google Flights. Yeah, I rarely use that for some reason. There used to be a platform, I'm not sure what the name is, that kind of gave you the possibility to observe a time frame, and it would alarm you if flights get cheaper.
Oh, that would be helpful.
That'd be really helpful.
What's the name? I have to find it again.
I've definitely heard of that. The name kind of escapes me now, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Trivago? Is that a thing?
Kayak? Is that the hotel
Yeah,
one?
isn't kayak something?
I honestly
TripAdvisor?
think that the biggest difference or problem with the flights in Europe is just the boarding. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but like boarding flights in Europe is kind of a nightmare compared to
it's
boarding in the
chaotic.
US.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you have double the amount of people who will show up with like the bag that they're not supposed to have that they didn't know they have to pay extra for, and then it'll take like an extra 30 minutes to board the flight. And we board all our flights outside, which is fun when it's raining and
That's always
cold.
like a kick in the shins when you get off your flight and you're gassed and it's Sunday, and then you have to take the bus to the terminal.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's just like you think you're done, and then they just
You're never
pack
done.
everyone on the flight into this little bus. Like people don't smell good.
Yeah,
It's just like,
everyone-
that's just the biggest nightmare.
Also boarding, do you ever buy, because sometimes if you want to just take the fast lane and it costs a bit more, but then you
The
just
priority,
avoid all the horror
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, for example, I've been traveling for some years now, at my age, I mean, I always travel with a kind of a bag that is big enough to hold enough stuff, but you can put it on your back.
That's exactly what we do, yeah.
So they don't see how big it is really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's also within the dimensions, of course. So if they would mess around, you could put it into
Under the
that kind of container that they have prepared for you just to show them proof that.
Yeah, that.
Although I had a friend, like he had a bag that was like technically bigger, but the volume of what was inside was conforming to what they, what the rules are. So they were like, "Oh, this bag is too big," and he was like, "No, it's not." It's like, "Yeah, it's too big." No, it's not. And so I'm a piano player, by the way, for my band. And so he was basically shoving the thing into the container, into the measurement box that they have, and he was shoving it with all his weight, and people started laughing, bursting out in laughter. And after like a few minutes of fumbling around, he managed to fit it in. He's like, "See?" but the staff was not happy at all. Like they totally freaked out, and they made him put it into the hold.
Yeah, well, I mean, airline
they're not very
tolerant.
tolerant.
Usually the most tolerant people.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends which airline it is. With some airlines, for example, when I bring my guitar, I have to book an extra seat. Whereas other airlines,
really?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
I have a travel guitar, so it has reduced height, but still, some companies they muck around. Whereas other companies they see it as a piece of hand luggage. Okay. So basically, I put everything, underwear, all the stuff, socks. I shove it into the case, and so I can travel with one guitar case.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, if it's just a day or two, I have to travel. So, of course, if you have to stay longer, then it's not working. But no, there's definitely strategies to get around the boarding, because I agree, it's a horrible, annoying, stupid experience.
Yeah,
definitely.
Right.
You always feel like you're just caught there forever. It's just.
Yeah, but there are strategies to get around it. Sometimes it just happened that with the right ticket, you just arrive a few minutes before they open, walk just right through, and boom, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think with traveling like back home, like I think you guys can kind of talk about this because we travel a lot and we get home like late on Sundays. Like the boarding is one thing, but then like the travel home from like the airport late on a Sunday, it's just and at that point you're also prone to make mistakes. Like I was subject to kind of getting scammed by a taxi like on my way home one time. Like I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I actually saw young Peter after he got scammed by the taxi.
What was his face looking like?
He was not thrilled by any means.
Yeah, he looked a little upset.
Pretty angry. Yeah.
But,
It happens.
He
lets it roll off his shoulders.
Shed a couple tears. It was okay, though.
He shed?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Peter.
Yeah.
There's been a few times where on like a Sunday night, I'm just like, there's nothing more I want to do than just be home. But I'm like sat next to some sweaty person on a shuttle, and I'm like, I really can't do this right now. And like,
that's the worst, being on a bus in the summer in Rome.
Yeah,
where people forget what a shower is, man.
Yeah,
and we were only in the back half of the heat wave, right? Like when we were first here, like we experienced it.
Oh my god, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that was tough. I had a tough time with that.
We're much better though, because when it's 150 degrees out.
Yeah, we're all sweating.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've literally seen people using deodorant spray on people.
That's not a bad idea.
On public transportation?
On public transportation, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
I'm fully on board with that.
Yeah,
if I'd want someone to do that to me also. Like, say I smelled a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I'd want yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like it doesn't hurt having a buddy.
Yeah.
Like
it's an alliance.
Just like
it's an alliance. Yeah.
I wouldn't take it. Like, I would take a little bit of offense. Like, oh, you think I smell, but also like.
So that kind of buddies, like you're looking out for each other, like you would.
Yeah, like if I smelled, I would want someone to spray me down and not
to spray you down.
Like,
yeah, just be like
bond over bad smell.
Yeah,
like, I think you just gotta address it.
Yeah,
but how do you tell? The problem is with friends. How do you tell somebody you smell without pissing them off? It's like, hey, dude,
you just gotta be.
Between like me and Jack,
I think you're a good friend if you do it.
Yeah, you just gotta be pretty straight up about it. You're just like, hey, man.
So how would you say it?
To him?
Yeah, let's imagine he's really smelly right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Just hypothetically.
I would just be like, you stank.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just
that's
2
it?
words. Just,
okay.
You stank.
Yeah. I just think you smell
so you're not easing into the things like.
No, there's no need.
Most people aren't like that. If I it's different with Jack and I, or if I like PJ smell really bad, I'd be like, hey PJ, you smell horrible. Take a shower. But if it was someone I didn't know as well as PJ and Jack, I'd probably be like, hey man,
excuse me.
There's a new product. It's called deodorant. Like you can easily try it out.
Do you have a shower in your place, or what's the?
So, but you would take the aggressive approach to be, or the direct approach with somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a stranger, you're never gonna see him again, and it's 5 minutes of awkwardness for a lifetime of smelling.
You feel much better about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, but let's say it's your girlfriend.
Ooh.
I'd want her to know. If I smelled, I would want someone.
So
to
how would you?
Someone,
So how would you tell her?
You stank.
Okay.
That's like,
That is just such
question.
a specific Jack Langrock answer that like no one else would even give that answer.
Yeah,
Right.
if you smell, I feel like if something's in your tooth, or like you got some.
You pointed out.
If you got something
stuff.
on your face, just like, hey, there you go. It's right
Yeah,
there.
just
Like,
give me a little thing, like you know.
napkin. Bang, go on.
Yeah, don't do
Alright.
it in public though. Don't.
Oh, you don't need to like embarrass
Okay, so
anyone or,
okay,
like, yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
you value the kind of thing like saying
Well,
let's
because I don't
saying it
think
within the
that-
family, but not towards the family in the sense of you know
Yeah.
the unity. Let's keep the problems inside this inner circle and
Yeah. So,
okay.
say we were out at dinner or something, and he smelled. I would just like give him like a little nudge. I'd be like, "You stank," and then I wouldn't like say it to the entire
Yeah, it's
table
not
and be
just,
like,
getting in the chair
"Liam,
and being like, hey, Liam smells really bad.
Yeah,
That's
like-
yeah.
Liam's got some body odor.
Yeah.
It's got to be dealt with."
Yeah, it's like if you had something on your face, first off, I'd probably leave it there because it'd probably be way funnier if it.
Oh, yeah,
stayed on
well,
your
it-
face. There's always kind of that aspect of it too. But smell is different, where you have to be like you have to address that.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause-
Well, I guess it depends where you are. If you are in a in a classy place or with other people, then
Yeah, but
probably you should point it out.
the problem with smell is that you can't fix that immediately though. Cause like if you have to shower, like
Well, it depends what kind of smell it is.
Yeah, I mean that
Right.
goes like that when Steph, one of our friends, we were traveling to Cinque Terre, and the cart smelled really bad. Like
Fair
just in
enough.
general.
Yeah.
Like there weren't even that many people in it. It just
Right.
smelled like horrible.
Right.
And she was like brought to tears by it. Like she was
Really?
gonna lose
Yeah.
her mind. Yeah.
It's
It's just some people it's way worse too than others. Which
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't have a sensitive nose. I want to say I got a pretty. This thing can deal with a lot. I think.
Strong nose.
Yeah,
It's well trained.
Yeah, it holds its own.
Dude, yeah.
It's like
Okay.
yeah, you know.
What's the worst you ever smelled?
Where we had these raccoons inside the.
I love how
God.
he had the answer. Like he knew the second you said that. He's like, oh, the raccoon.
It's like he's been wishing for
Yeah.
this question to come up.
It was like traumatizing. Like we had these 2 raccoons in this trash can that we hadn't taken out in a while at work.
They just
no-
ended up there by mistake. They died in there or something.
No, they like jumped in.
Oh,
off
they were
of the
alive?
Fence. Yeah. They were
Okay.
like, they smelled, and like we had to take care of that. But it was like I like threw up outside of the trash can.
I'm not
I,
really
like,
believing you with the strong nose anymore.
well, it was just the raccoons.
Oh.
It's you know.
Well, animals
I
can
might-
have a strong smell. That's
Yeah,
true.
they were like they lived in there. They there was
That was
trash.
their home.
They like were eating trash.
All right. Hey, Peter, what do you think? Before this thing here goes off the wrong direction, let's maybe bring another question
It
from
might be time to turn things
another
around a little.
viewer
Okay.
or listener.
Okay, let's look into this.
If there are any other
A
questions.
little bit piggybacking off of one of our previous questions. This one comes
Okay.
in from Emily Donahoe. She's also in our program.
Emily, okay. Hello,
If
Emily.
you could meet one celebrity, living or dead, who would it be? I think this is an awesome question.
That's such a good question. You got one? Is that what it is?
Yeah, one celebrity, living or dead.
Hmm.
You could just have a conversation with them, meet them, have lunch.
A celebrity. It has to be a celebrity, right? It can't just be like some historic dude.
You-
I,
you already
no,
did
no,
history.
it
He's going with Jesus again, I have a feeling.
It's like, yeah, it's-
nah, I wasn't
It
gonna.
could
do
be
Okay,
that.
we already said Jesus. Let's get past that.
I don't know. I'd want to party with like Chris Farley or like
Yeah, that would be fun.
or John Belushi.
I think
like,
John
that would,
Belushi, that's a
I
good
think
one.
if
That
you
would
had,
be-
like Chris Farley and like Freddie Mercury in the same room. That would be a
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I would just want to experience it. Just be like, wow, this guy died because of this. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Only problem if you party with John Belushi, probably you're gonna die of the same thing.
Yeah, I think you'd be in the same boat
I
as
have the
him.
feeling
Yeah.
he's a very charming guy who's gonna
Just
talk you into a lot of shit, you know?
Turn into animal
exactly.
household,
I I could see. Also, like I don't know. I'd also want to like meet like sports players.
I was just gonna say
feel
that,
like that
like-
would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I'd want to meet like David Ortiz. He plays baseball.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be like that's mine. Just
All
like
Yeah. Yeah. Ortiz would be a good one. I mean, meeting Brady for a Pats fan is obviously.
yeah, but
Yeah. Because
yeah.
I'm from Boston. He's from New York, so I
Right.
like sports team.
Yeah,
He
so-
is, like,
Okay.
I'm
also a Boston sports fan. In the
Yeah,
same
I have
sense,
my
but
moments.
Yeah.
What about you, Peter?
I don't know. I feel like I'd kind of graduate, or, well, I don't know what I was saying there. I would lean toward.
What is this goddamn school?
Yeah.
He's already on another website again. He's
Yeah,
probably
I'm
he's
just
checking his
drifting.
scores from the last
I'm
exam or
drifting.
something.
He's
I'm
like-
drifting.
He drifted off.
I would kind of lean towards someone in music. Like I think it'd be really
Hmm.
cool, like you said, like Freddie Mercury or even someone like Jimi Hendrix.
All right.
Oh, that would be
Just
cool.
just kind of
Yeah.
pick their brain about their music and like what made them successful or just what they thought about it. I think musicians would be really, really cool. Yeah.
Right.
What about you, Sal?
Beethoven.
Me? Well, there's only one for me, and most viewers who already watched the podcast know this is going to be Bruce Springsteen, of course.
Yeah,
the boss.
Okay,
That's
Bruce
awesome.
guy.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's a cool dude. I want to see if he's really a cool dude or if it's just an image. He very intelligently,
He's a cool dude.
I
want him
think
on
he
this
seems to be
Yeah,
authentic.
He's genuine. Yeah.
Right. It's true.
That's a good answer.
The goal is to still have him on this podcast one day. I think that's the ultimate.
One day before he dies, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bruce Springsteen is not too much of a step up from Jack and I.
He's like 70 years old now.
Similar levels of celebrities.
He's 70 now, but he's in a better shape than all the four of us together, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
probably. Yeah,
probably.
I'm.
Jumping around for 3 hours on stage still.
Yeah, I'd like. Yeah.
Do you guys do sport?
In high school.
Yeah, not anymore. I'm not.
No?
Yeah.
You're dancing, okay?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're more artists.
We learned that
now.
about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite the dancer now.
Do you dance at home by yourself? Are you one of those?
Oh yeah.
At
Do you dance at home by yourself?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I've seen.
Yeah,
I'll
you
go
too?
back to the apartment and he'll be like. I mean, we have like PJ has a ballet bar in his room. So like Jack will hop on that. So
Yeah, no, of course. I feel like if you don't dance at home by yourself, like, what are you doing? Like, you're not living then. Like, you ever listen to it? Like, you just throw in some music,
Yeah, I mean, you throw on some music solo. get
like the
going.
shower, dancing in the shower.
Oh,
Dancing in the shower.
music
Yeah,
is king.
I mean, it
Yeah.
gets a little slippery. It's a little.
I was about to
dangerous.
say, I would be way too scared to slip and
That-
bang my head, you know?
It's bound to happen to me at some point.
It happened to me in a bathtub quite often that I slipped, and that's fucking dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
I
mean, that's like-
bet that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but our bathroom at our apartment is actually like perfect for dancing, and it's a lot of space.
Yeah.
I can like really nail my moves in there.
All right. What about you?
Really get in form. Oh, I'm the same way, probably. Yeah.
But you doing any sports or
Oh well, I played sports in high school.
what you play?
Soccer and lacrosse.
Soccer, like
Yeah, and I ski-
European
ski
soccer,
a lot,
football.
too. Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, it's getting more popular there, I hear.
Yeah, kinda.
It's not really a big
it's never
deal
gonna be
yet.
The same level,
Right.
as it is in Europe. Obviously.
Yeah.
But it's getting decently big.
All right.
Yeah.
Peter,
Mm-hmm.
what you doing? Ice hockey, right?
Yeah, I played ice hockey in
Alright.
high school, a little bit in college.
Any
but-
good?
I wouldn't say that.
I've seen Peter play. It's pretty good.
All right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Liam, by the way, it's 3:50 just because Liam does have a flight.
Right.
So whenever you need to get out of here, just
Well, I can wrap it up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe add another question or two
okay.
before we wrap it up.
So the remaining questions came in from Steph Cam 22 on Instagram.
What's up, Hef?
Steph, okay.
Jeff.
Jeff.
And
Jeffy.
honestly, she kind of just rattled off quite a few, and they're more philosophical, I'd say, than the
Ooh.
easy
Oh,
God,
answers.
here we go.
Like,
Yeah, I'm quite the philosoph.
Yeah.
But
Socrates and Plato sitting at the same couch,
don't
Yeah.
get your hopes up. The first
Dancing version of it. Okay.
the
go.
Yeah.
first question she asks is water wet?
Oh, I
oh my
can't
God.
stand that question. Water is wet, okay?
Just understand that water is wet.
Water is the most wet thing
Steph,
in the
wherever you
entire
are,
world.
water is
What's
definitely
the root of this question? I mean, obviously water is wet,
It's like,
but
It's like a big thing for some reason for people to be like, is water wet?
Like, oh,
Right.
but is water wet?
No,
Yeah.
it
is.
why wouldn't it?
Exactly. If you feel water, do you feel that it's wet? Yeah. I take
People
my
just
hand out.
like the question because they like to argue. There's no really. Like,
I mean, you
basis.
could slip in maybe scientifically if depending on the state the water is in. So if it's vaporized, like, but
Oh, yeah.
so if it's liquefied, then it's wet. If water is,
boy.
you could condensed, then it's not wet, or maybe it's still wet. I don't know. Maybe you could, or if
Oh,
it's
no.
or if it's
Yeah.
in its icy state.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to, but like the
But I
thing-
doubt that they were thinking about that when they asked the question.
Yeah,
so.
but if like you touch ice, it's still gonna be wet. Like you're gonna get some water on your hand. You're gonna be a little
well,
liquefied.
wet on the surface that you touch, because then it's kind of defrosted on that spot. You know,
Yeah, and then oh man,
playing the devil's advocate. I like that.
Oh, my.
I honestly think that's the point of the question. It's just,
Really?
it doesn't even matter what the what
She
the
just
actual
went to
question
rile
is.
the room
It's
up,
just
I
the
think.
ridiculous
Yeah.
debate.
I mean,
It's just
that-
the
She wanted
absurd
me to
debate
start
that
freaking
ensues
out.
from
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's roses.
All right, let's see another question of her. I like that.
Do you like these kinds of questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they hate it, so it's perfect.
leather jacket or jean jacket?
Oh. You know, it depends on the situation. That's what I'm gonna say. Because
Is it for me?
I'm a big leather guy.
Because here's the drill. You throw jeans on with the jean jacket. That's a Canadian tuxedo.
Yeah, and
that's
that's
a killer look right there.
Yeah,
leather
I don't know.
jacket all of the time is, for me personally.
I would
if you're
do a
not
leather.
Canadian tuxedoing up.
Yeah, it also makes it look like you ride Vespas if you have like a leather
and
jacket.
especially if,
Yeah,
I mean, you can like carry a helmet too.
yeah,
if you
exactly.
really want to.
Like
You
you don't even have to own a Vespa.
No,
you could just look like you
bring the
ride
helmet.
Vespas.
Yeah.
It also depends on the jacket. I mean, if it's like a long jacket, a long leather jacket, you know, with a nice cut.
Yeah.
It depends how it's cut out, you know.
Yeah, I'd go leather 10 times out of 10.
I'd go leather unless it's Canadian tuxedo, probably. Yeah.
That's how
Those
I'd
are
like
really
to be
good
wed
answers.
in a Canadian tuxedo.
Well, okay, good. Peter, you?
Oh, I'm team leather the whole way.
Team leather, all right.
Yeah.
He just wants to
That's
kill
raw.
cows.
This guy's short, man.
All right, next question.
Okay. Why don't you guys give us the highs and lows of your week, or even just study abroad? You know what? Let's just change that question into study abroad. Like, what was the peak so far of your study abroad? Because we are coming towards the end,
Right.
so I think it'd be kind of cool to look back on it for a second.
I feel like we could both agree, me and Liam, that it was like Cinque Terre.
Yeah,
when we visited
definitely,
that was
yeah.
like the best
That was a
weekend,
really,
I think.
really fun weekend.
Like,
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
My low, I don't know. It's probably like just commuting to work. Like every day, I hate it more and more.
How long does it take you to get there?
It could take like an hour to get there and back, or like it
So
takes
2
an
hours
hour-
a day?
Yeah, 2 hours a day. I go there 4 times a week.
You do anything then on the phone, like Duolingo or stuff, to fill in your time or reading, or
I just stare at
you
people.
dance?
I just
dance on the
It's a
public
lot-
transport.
yeah, it's just a lot of me dancing
that.
with the burning buses in the back, all by myself.
All right.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
it's probably commuting. That's
Honestly, I
the
think
worst.
my low is the same because my commute's like an hour and a half.
Wow.
So
Yes.
I like that just as a day ruiner. Instantly.
Yeah.
Because you just like go, you hang out, you got no one to talk to, and like
Right.
usually I listen to a podcast or something. Listen
Okay.
to music.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really fill in the gap of you being like, oh yeah, great, I have to wait an hour and a half to get to work. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like it's such a pain because it's like you're going to the worst thing. And then
But I guarantee if you would have to commute every day in Rome in a car, it would be way worse.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
It
for
sounds
sure.
more comfortable and more fun. It's worse.
Yeah.
Being stuck in traffic,
Yeah.
it's horrible.
I've been starting to use the jump bikes around now for,
Yeah,
for
that's-
getting
that's
to
good.
work.
That's
It's
good,
kind of
yeah.
fun.
Lance
You just
Armstrong.
yeah, I just I'm working on the physique, you know,
Yeah.
trying to become the Greek god that I can be.
Hey, Peter, what about you?
I would I think that weekend in Cinque Terre was awesome just because we had like our whole
beautiful there.
our whole program was there on the beach and it was just like so much fun. Other than that, I'd probably say going to Interlaken in Switzerland was just
You're a
like breathtaking.
ski
it was
guy.
beautiful. We didn't do any skiing, unfortunately, but
What you do there then?
we did some hiking around. We got to go to the highest point in Interlaken, which was really cool. Got to, I don't know, it was just like the calmness and the serenity of being around the lakes and everything was really cool. But the low, I don't know. My commute wasn't really that bad to get here. I don't know. I don't really think I had much of a low point.
When you got scammed,
Yeah, probably when I got
that was a
scammed.
low.
You were not
Your
happy,
phone
Peter.
call with your dad was just like
Angry
the
Peter
most
John.
sad thing
Well,
I've ever
there's
heard.
nothing as compared to a friend of mine who got scammed in, I think, what was it? Was it the Czech Republic or something? It's one of those places where some beautiful woman kind of convinces you to go into a bar and buy her drinks and shit, you know? And then all of a sudden, the bill at the end of the night is like 2,000 euros or something.
Oh, wow.
And then all of a sudden, a big guy comes up with a gun and makes you pay for it.
Oh wow!
Now
So
that's a
That's a
scam.
low point.
Never had-
yeah. If I have a bar tab
Yeah,
of
if I have a
$2,000,
$2,000 bar
that guy
tab-
should just shoot me.
And that's
He
just
should-
like 4 or 5 drinks, you know, or 10, 6, whatever. Like, but nothing that
I'd
would
be well in the-
that would justify the price. But
Yeah.
obviously that's a
well in
scam.
the hospital if we put up a 2,000 euros.
Yeah.
And the
oh,
funny
man.
thing is, after he paid, they offered him a free shot. That's the most fucked up thing.
Just to keep him
I'm not
going.
gonna mention who it was. Anyway, I think you have a flight to catch, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you too, maybe or not. Anyway, but let's wrap this up. I think it was fun for the first live broadcast. I'm not sure if anything of this actually went out, if there was any audio, or if you're all just mute like.
That might be fun
on
too,
YouTube
though.
right now.
Leave it up for interpretation.
I have no idea.
I had some live feedback throughout that said they liked it. So
okay, so somebody saw it.
Oh, awesome!
Somebody
Great.
saw
Thank
it.
you,
Out
whoever
there.
said that.
Or if you check it and we see that actually it was mute, they didn't really pay attention.
They were just watching us.
we're gonna check it out afterwards. Maybe there's like a 10-second lag between what we say and we'll find out.
Exactly.
Anyway, well, guys, thank you so much
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
for being here. Jack Liam, thank you so much. Peter,
Thank you.
intern Peter here in the house in Rome, Italy.
Always love being a part
All right,
of it.
guys. Thanks everybody for watching the heysal podcast here live from Italia, and don't forget to subscribe to support us on the various social platforms, Instagram and YouTube and wherever we are. Don't forget we also are giving away 2 tickets for Louis C.K. So check out our Instagram channel for instructions on how you can win. So, well, thanks everybody. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.